Welcome to Football Today TV. Before we continue, make subscribe, like our video and comment, please. Life is to help each other. Let me welcome you again. As the January transfer window swings into life, Liverpool FC find themselves at the center of one of the most intriguing transfer sagas in English football. With competition heating up for key targets and internal developments unfolding off the pitch, the Reds' transfer strategy is attracting major headlines, not least a rumored £100 million battle with Manchester United for a coveted player, and the ongoing Harvey Elliott dilemma that continues to define part of Liverpool's mid-season narrative. For supporters, Arne Slot's regime is entering its first January transfer period as Liverpool head coach, and expectations are mixed. After a summer of heavy investment, with big-name acquisitions like Florian Wirtz £100 million, Alexander Isak £125 million, and Hugo Ekitike £69 million, Liverpool are in a position where reinforcements are needed, not just for depth, but to maintain title-challenging credentials. However, one of the most discussed aspects of the January window surrounds speculation of a £100 million bid battle between Liverpool and Manchester United for a major target. While the specifics of the player identity are guarded by media sources, this sort of financial tussle underscores how the transfer priorities of clubs like Liverpool and their fierce rivals still involve negotiations at the highest level of spending. A tug-of-war of this size reflects the importance both clubs place on strategic acquisitions that could change their trajectory mid-season, especially in positions where quality could immediately elevate competition on the pitch. Beyond the financial battles for new signings, Liverpool's January window is burdened with contrasting news about players already on the books, with Harvey Elliott's career status proving one of the most complicated and consequential stories of the season. Elliott's situation has become a topic of intense debate among Liverpool fans and pundits alike. A product of Liverpool's renowned youth system, Harvey Elliott is widely recognized as a talented attacking midfielder and winger. He came through Fulham's academy before joining Liverpool in 2019 and quickly established himself as one of the club's most promising young talents. He's made over 90 senior appearances for Liverpool, been part of title-winning squads, and starred for England's under-20s, even earning the Player of the Tournament award at the UEFA European Under-20s Championship. Despite his clear ability and pedigree, Elliott's pathway at Anfield has been derailed due to limited game time under Slot, particularly after Liverpool's summer spending spree strengthened their attacking ranks. With new stars brought in and tactical preferences shaping selection, Elliott fell down the pecking order. This led to Liverpool sanctioning a loan move to Aston Villa for the 2025-26 season, structured with a conditional obligation to buy for around £35 million if certain appearance criteria were met. But what was meant to be a fresh start with substantial playing time has turned into a frustrating period for Elliott. Villa's manager, Unai Emery, has made it clear for months that the club is not convinced enough to trigger the obligation to buy and has frequently left Elliott out of the matchday squad to avoid reaching the appearance threshold that would compel the permanent £35 million fee. This approach has sidelined Elliott since the early parts of the season and leaves his future in serious doubt. From Liverpool's perspective, this is far from ideal. A lack of regular minutes stalls a player entering his prime years and raises questions about asset management. Elliott's skill, creativity, and tactical versatility could be valuable for Liverpool, particularly as the Reds seek greater depth in midfield and attack throughout a congested fixture schedule. Yet at Villa, he's been frozen out, training regularly but rarely featuring, with Emery bluntly admitting his side have no intention of making the move permanent. Adding complexity is the fact that Elliott cannot move to another European club this season due to FIFA rules restricting players from representing more than 2 clubs in a single campaign. Liverpool and Villa are his only European destinations this season, essentially boxing him in until the summer unless a creative solution is found. The only loophole might be leagues with different seasonal calendars, such as Major League Soccer, and connections to MLS side Charlotte FC have emerged, with reports indicating potential interest from that club to take Elliott on loan to ensure he gets minutes. Despite such offers, there are strong indications that Elliott himself is not inclined to take a move to the United States, as he remains committed to playing at the highest competitive levels, particularly with ambitions of breaking into the England senior squad and competing in the 2026 World Cup. His mindset reflects a player not only aware of his talent, but intent on charting a path back to the top of the Premier League hierarchy. This predicament raises important strategic questions for Liverpool's management. Do they insist Villa either commit to the obligation or release Elliott? Do they recall him to Merseyside and integrate him back into Slot's squad despite previous lack of opportunities? Or do they look to engineer a permanent transfer that balances Elliott's ambitions with the club's financial pragmatism? If Villa continue to stifle his playing time to avoid the clause, that could lead to a prolonged standoff that affects all parties. Meanwhile, Liverpool's January transfer plans extend beyond Elliott and marquee target battles. The club quietly assesses opportunities to strengthen at both centre-back and wide forward roles, with sources confirming attention on defensive reinforcement, as well as potential attacking additions aimed at diversifying Slot's tactical options. The January window, although historically challenging for the Reds, represents a chance to pivot competitively as the Premier League season intensifies. Notably, Liverpool have faced strong competition from across Europe for their transfer targets, whether it's bidding wars involving rivals like Manchester United or monitoring exotic destinations for their own loanees. The transfer market remains a battleground of strategy, valuation, and timing. The financial muscle on display, with rumors of £100 million valuations and multi-club tussles, is emblematic of how English football's top clubs approach mid-season windows with both short-term urgency and long-term vision. Off the pitch, internal dynamics also play a role. Slot's relationship with sporting director Richard Hughes will be under scrutiny, especially as the club navigates recruitment, squad depth, and Elliott's plight. Fans and pundits alike will be watching how decisively Liverpool act, whether they strike early to secure targets, adapt to market movements, or recalibrate plans based on Elliott's future and other squad considerations. In conclusion, this January represents a defining moment for Liverpool's transfer policy. The club is not just chasing reinforcements, it is balancing financial commitment, squad harmony, and individual player futures. The reported tug-of-war for a major £100 million target underscores the competitive nature of elite football transfer markets, while Harvey Elliott's unique situation illustrates the human and tactical complexities that accompany those financial battles. Liverpool's decisions in the coming weeks will not only shape their performance this season, but could influence the club's structure and strategy for years.